time to drink it. If we don't have alcohol, I'm sorry. All right. You're not signing up for a career. You're signing up to see the seahorses in the distance. Jesus! Will shouted as he ran back to the front of the bar. Will someone shut him the fuck up? I would, but I'm kind of busy at the moment. Shell yelled back as she ducked, just barely missing the rotting arm that was reaching through the window, a rain of glass falling down onto her back. I could use some help over here. On the other side of the bar, Will had his own problems as the ragged, smelly body was attempting to drag itself through the other window. It didn't seem to mind that the shards of glass that lodged into its torso and hands. This thing had a focus. This thing had a mission. The same mission as every one of the other horde of pockmarked, dead-eyed zombies currently battering down the front doors of the milk bar. This mission was brains. That mission was flesh. That mission was to suck the sweet insides from the small group of still living human McNuggets that were currently stuck behind this pesky wooden door just across the street from McDonald's. Grab your balls and hit the walls, boys. The South is rising again. Swing low, sweet chariot. Dennis hadn't stopped babbling since they found him on the corner of Stanton and Geary, mumbling about the lights and the goblin people and the pretty colors that were hanging and the pretty colors that he was lunging for like a young child chasing bubbles. The fact that what Dennis was actually doing was walking headfirst into a gang of hungry undead was not lost on the small group of survivors as who found him. They brought him along because they thought he was mentally ill. They probably would have left his ass to his fate if they knew the truth. That he was actually just an eccentric tech millionaire who, after finally deciding he had enough, decided to drop 5 hits of acid before strapping on his Beats by Dre headphones, hitting play on his I'm a Bad Motherfucker playlist, and walking out of his door that he paid market rate for, deciding finally to commit death by zombie. They would have definitely left his ass at the zombie. They would have definitely left his ass to become zombie chowder if they could have known that he'd be the reason they were here, barricading themselves behind bar stools and trash cans and neon Budweiser signs as the growing army of grizzly and infected tried to break down the door and peel their skins back like ripe bananas. Since they barricaded themselves into the bar, each had assumed an impromptu role. Will had taken a baseball bat from behind the bar and was busy knocking the fuck out of the disgusting stuffing. Out of the ugly fuckers as they tried to squeeze through one of the windows. Shell had begun pulling anything she could find as a barricade against the wall and hammering boards over the windows. Dennis sat in the corner of the barroom. Dennis sat in the corner by the bathroom, in the white circular booth, drinking a dry martini that he had somehow had the clarity to know how to mix. Janine was huddled in the bathroom, rocking back and forth, shell-shocked from just seeing her girlfriend ripped from her arms and shredded by the zombie Cuisinarts. They hadn't seen Dax, but he'd proven himself useful in enough situations that the others were sure he was somewhere doing something important, and potentially deadly. At the front of the bar, Shell was doing a backward crab walk as one of the things that wanted to eat them. She refused to call them zombies because who the fuck believed in zombies? As one of the things that wanted to eat them dragged its thick gray body through the window, Shell stumbled onto an overturned chair just as the hungry skeleton dropped through the side of her barricade. Shell screamed and the thing she refused to call a zombie lunged. As it drew its head down to her ankle, and as it drew his head to the side of her ankle, just about ready to bite, its head exploded, raining unused brains down to the floor. Shell looked up into the eyes of the big leather daddy standing in front of her, left arm holding a smoking shotgun, right hand gleaming, holding a smoking cigar. Dax looks down at her. So, you ready to kill some motherfucking zombies?